Welcome back. The legend of Karl Rove has been over a decade in the making, ever since he teamed up with George W. Bush in 1994 in a down-and-dirty defeat of Governor Ann Richards. And, of course, continuing with the wins over Gore and Kerry, the Bush-Rove team has developed a reputation for ruthlessness that's earned them the hatred of a lot of Democrats and also some grudging respect. When I interviewed Joe Biden on Hardball in 2005, he admitted there's envy. Do you think the Democrats wish they had a guy as good as Rove?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I hopefully, yeah.
Joe's honest. Democrats were frustrated that Rove wasn't indicted in the CIA leak case, but now that he's been implicated in the firing of those U.S. attorneys, it looks to some people as though Democrats are smelling blood. Gloria, are they after Rove?
Sure, you know, he's the cross between Ahab and Darth Vader for the Democrats, and honestly, they would love nothing more than to get him up before a congressional committee. But they want to change the subject, Chris. They don't want to talk about how they're doing on the war in Iraq.
They divide over the war and fundraising, but this makes it simple. It's great for fundraising. Guess who's making this case? Chuck Schumer, who's the chief fundraiser. Rick, here's the question: when the dog catches the car, what do they do? Do they want a confession like on Perry Mason, where Rove just says, "You're right, I'm no good"? Do they want him to show his horns and be really nasty, or do they want him to get into a perjury rap? What are they after with this guy?
As Joe Biden implied, it looks like the car would run over the dog in that case, and there are no Perry Mason moments except for Perry Mason. But I am so uninterested in the Democrats wanting Karl Rove because it is so bad for them, because it shows business as usual, tit for tat, vengeance. That's not what voters want to see.
So instead of like an issue like the war where you can say it's bigger than all of us, it's more important than politics, this is politics.
Yes, and it's much less. It's small bore politics.
The Democrats have to be very careful that they look like they're not the party of investigation rather than legislation and trying to change things. But yes, they want a public flogging of Karl Rove up on Capitol Hill, to draw him up there when all of the cable networks cover that live, and to just beat the heck of him out there and put him under fierce questioning. The reason that the White House is resisting is not only on what they believe just grounds of, executive privilege and et cetera, but also because they believe if they give on this issue, Karl Rove will be up there every other week on Katrina, on CIA leak, on a whole number of other things.
They've also had several years out of power where they saw, Dick Cheney come swaggering onto the Senate floor and cuss out, Democratic senators, swear in their faces. This is their time for levers of power, and the Democrats say they want to use them.
What do they want?
They want the American public to see their public enemy number one. You know, Karl Rove is one of those people, like the guy pulling the strings, the wizard, and the American public doesn't really know Karl Rove, and for some reason they think that it would help the Democrats to get him out there. Well, I'm not so sure.
I think we're not sure of the Democrat strategy here. Once again, we put it to the Matthews Meter, 12 our regular panelists. Will Attorney General Alberto Gonzales keep his job? This one's close. 7 say he'll stick to his job, hold on to it, and 5 say he's on the way out. Gloria, you say he's toast? Eventually, not now. After he testifies? After he testifies, and maybe a little bit while after that. That's what I think. I think they're going to let him skewer for a while. Yeah. No, you say he's not toast.
Well, I think that the president wants him to stay on in the job. I think that they realize replacing him would be just as difficult because they would have to be confirmed by a Democratic Congress. And I think that there is a degree of loyalty to this man that has worked with the president for a long time. I think there's going to be some sympathy for this guy. He's Latino. He's not a real politician. If those guys trash him up there, it could backfire. Anyway, I'll be right